Dan, I've got a question for you. Would shock and awe tactics of alcohol work? We talked about denial. I think sometimes when things are in your face, sometimes you can't ignore it. I've got a great example of this. So I saw a picture the other day and it's of Woodstock. So the original Woodstock was 1970s. I might get the date wrong. Jimi Hendrix headlining, and everyone is there with six packs. By the way, they all look lean, athletic. They did another one in 2000 and whenever it was. They're all overweight. They're all drinking. Is that like a good shock and awe tactic of like, this is what happens to you when you drink to that level? This is what happens to people when they're not drinking. Going along those sort of lines, Dan, tell me a little bit more. Would something like that work?
I think it really depends on the person, the personality type that you're trying to attract. You could potentially do that, or you could potentially go kind of the opposite direction with this was me when I was drinking every night, whatever, and something like that. And this was me after kind of stopping all the benefits, listing all the benefits, and being a little bit more softer in that approach. Just telling people your experience with the thing that they're doing and the benefit of stopping it, if that makes sense.
I saw
But
an
yes.
amazing one about A&E, and how alcohol is the highest, it draws more money away from the NHS than any other illness or anything, is alcohol. And you're thinking, wow, like we have a problem. It's a
Mm.
nationwide problem. And is that the sort of shock and awe tactics, and when you're talking about mere exposure effect or stopping the scroll, that makes someone go, wow, that's insane. We need to do something about this. Is that the sort of thing that breaks that thing where they don't want to admit it?